look at how this dog gets swept away by the current. It takes a whole team of police officers to get it out. But the most difficult part was still ahead of them, urgently resuscitating the dog. This squirrel probably just wanted to play with some fishing line, but it got all tangled up and couldn't get out. It took these guys quite a long time to free him. Oh, look, he decided to come back and thank them. The only reason this donkey is still alive is because of a log it got caught on in a flooded river, and it needed to hold on long enough for these people to carry out a successful rescue mission. This king cobra got trapped in a fishing net, and thirst would have finished her if she couldn't attract people's attention. So she took a risk, and the people called a snake rescuer who took care of her. These little monkeys are using the last of their strength to cling to a pole for dear life. They definitely would have fallen in if this person hadn't shown up in time. But now, they're saved. We don't know why these two elephants suddenly decided to swim across the sea, but one thing is for certain. They would have drowned without human help. The crews of two boats had to get creative to be able to attach ropes and tow the multi-ton animals to shore. This bear cub was abandoned by its mother and spent 6 whole days with a bottle on his head. Its instinct of self-preservation caused it to climb further and further up the tree, but the rescuers weren't giving up either. Keep him alive until then. This little bear went on his first voyage, but swam too far and completely miscalculated his strength. And if not for these fishermen's boat, he would have simply sunk. These wild horses spent almost an hour in the icy water until their cries were heard by the locals. Luckily, they had heavy equipment to pull the animals out when every minute counted. This little guy got hit by a car and his paw was badly injured. Unfortunately, doctors couldn't save the paw, but they were able to give Jad a new life. This little reef shark got hooked, but luckily these ladies were nearby and didn't leave it in trouble. An abandoned dog was trapped by a raging river and wasn't even trying to call for help, but an entire team of rescuers showed up for him. Almost 200 pigs were trapped in a barn that suddenly caught fire. But look at how a standard rescue operation turns into the sweetest thing ever. When this orca got stuck on the rocks at low tide, she was doomed. But rescuers poured water on her for 6 hours so that she wouldn't die from overheating before the tide came in. This dehydrated leopard leopard got its head stuck in a metal vessel, so it just sat in the middle of the road, hoping to receive help from people. Look at how the predator bravely tolerates handling while being rescued. Just look at how this mother elephant covers her baby with her own body. Her heart just stopped beating. While rescuers fought for her life, the youngling feared the worst, that his mother would never wake up. But sometimes, people are capable of working miracles. This baby bird's mother chose the worst place to make a nest, but thanks to one caring person, a whole team of firefighters arrived to help it. This deer was the only one out of a whole herd that didn't make it across the frozen river. With a temperature of negative 14 degrees Celsius, the poor soul wouldn't have survived the night. But she didn't have to, because some local workers came to her rescue. Her life is in good hands now. One of these fishermen immediately rushed to help when they saw a colt stuck in the mud. But pushing the 30-kilogram animal wasn't so easy, especially since it couldn't even stand. But the man did his best to return it to its parents.
Иди. Все. Все, не трогаю. Я не трогаю. Да.
There they are. She's showing me.
This goat practically begs this woman to follow her, not to show off her kids, but to save their lives.
Oh my God. Come here, baby. Oh, come here. Oh my God, what are you doing down here?
Now, the whole family's back together again. No one knew what was wrong with this that was refusing to eat, but this veterinarian immediately realized what the problem was. The bird had somehow managed to swallow a half-liter plastic bottle. Corey sat on the side of the road for 6 hours to attract help for another dog who had been hit by a car. Meanwhile, Matthew didn't give up so he could reunite with his best friend. Any doubts that animals have feelings too? This man saw an injured monkey on the side of the road and just couldn't pass by, a kind act for which the animals thanked him. Now they will be friends for life. I have no idea how this guy heard desperate in the middle of the road, but I do know one thing. Without him, his little life would have been cut short. It's obvious from looking at this front, there's nothing that can be done, but this random passenger decided to try anyway. He slowly and carefully warmed the bird until it literally came back to life. This brave little fox had no intention of giving up and called for help from his mother because humans can't be trusted. Well, except for this human. Just imagine what birds of prey would have done with this pigeon.
Watch this little terrapin show the lions who's boss by chasing them away from his watering hole.
I am not in danger. I am the danger.
This incredibly lucky bush buck barely escapes from a hungry crocodile.
Oh, come on, man.
Imagine running for your life, and this is the fastest you can go.
Run, Forrest, run!
A mountain goat on the verge of losing its final fight against an eagle throws itself down the mountain in a last-ditch effort to survive. This Alaskan grizzly bear is much smaller than his opponent, but he's got the heart of a true warrior. Just watch as he gets on his back during a vicious fight for survival, and instead of panicking, he waits for the perfect opening and then retakes his position. This wildebeest made a dramatic escape as he leaped over 2 hungry lionesses on the run before darting across the lake and outpacing the entire pride. Foxes are usually friendly and try to evade conflict. However, foxes are wild animals and will always revert to their instincts in a situation where they feel threatened. But this fox definitely messed with a wrong cat who stood its ground fearlessly.
Oh my god, the cat noticed me now. Oh my god. What is going on? Oh my god.
While this zebra tries to kill a foal, its mother does everything in her power to fight back and protect her child.
Run, baby, run! Help him! No!
A gorilla attacked this mother as its child desperately tried to intervene and stop the fight, but then their enormous father came to the rescue. These two sloth bears got into a heated fight in a zoo as workers tried everything to break it up. And as these kangaroos were having an intense fight, one of them took it a little too far. Giraffes fighting, on the other hand, might be one of the funniest and weirdest things out there. Just watch as these giraffes use their long necks to try and take each other down. But here's a way more intense fight, where the giraffes fight to the death and neither of them are willing to back down. This white lion successfully defends itself from 2 tigers.
Well, don't just do that quite yet. Now, I'm not saying exercising is bad, but what I am saying is that working out on metformin can actually cause even more muscle loss. So you see, most blood sugar meds simply activate an enzyme that blocks sugar from being absorbed instead of helping or teaching your body to process it properly. And without enough sugar,
After a lone female squirrel approaches a cobra from behind, a snake bite causes her to retreat from the battle. In seconds, the squirrel has gone from snake killer to scaredy cat. But luckily for her, the action has caught the attention of a far meaner neighbor, a yellow mongoose who's considered the cobra hitman. The animals then face off in a deadly fight where the cobra delivers a quick strike and the mongoose pulls a Matrix-style getaway. Finally, the cobra manages to deliver its winning blow, and they take off in opposite directions. When this bear climbs up to an eagle's nest, they have to desperately try to fight off the giant intruder from their home.
And that's a job well done.
And this goose heckling a horse soon regrets his decision. A group of otters won't leave this orangutan alone until it uses a stick to fight them off. These two Komodo dragons fight intensely, but quickly get tired and start cozying up instead. Here's a great example of how intelligence beats strength, as a smaller rabbit avoids the bigger guy by simply jumping over it. These curious and hungry lions stumble upon a huge crocodile who barely escapes the vicious attack. And this dog who protects his owner from a baby crocodile. An angry elephant charges at a hippo and chases him out of his territory. And this incredible sighting unfolds as a flock of angry birds gang up and attack a snake. 3 leopards gang up on 1 honey badger, but soon regret their decision when it chooses to fight back. A buffalo and a bull use their deadly horns in a brutal fight, and even though the Cape buffalo is considered one of Africa's big 5, the bull proves that it's definitely not an easy opponent. And while the fight continues intensely, the other cows stand and watch the duel as if it were a movie. Somebody get these guys some popcorn for the show.
He needs some milk.
And here's another fight between a buffalo and a bull, but this time, the bull quickly chickens out. When a hippo gets angry at a herd of buffalo for visiting his pond, he does some strange things, to say the least, to chase them away.
Oh my god. He's eating his own poop.
He's just throwing it around.
Well, evidently pigs really can fly, because this gnarly rhino gets triggered and launches a nosy warthog 10 feet into the air. Check out how these ninja rats evade rattlesnake attacks, kicking them in the face mid-air. A kangaroo squares up against 3 crazy emu birds.
God, they're gonna fight. This is amazing. I have this all on video. Oh my god, 2 against 1. Oh, I'm ganging up on him. Look at that. Oh, he's so pissed. What's happening right here? Punch him, Kanga. You can do it. Punch him, punch him.
And these guys manage to rescue their dog from a giant hungry python who keeps a tight grip around the animal. This lion plays catch with a monkey in a tree, jumping back and forth until the monkey finally manages to push him down. Confidence. Just watch how the incredible lion fights back and protects his prey from being stolen. Let us know in the comments which of these clips was your favorite. In the meantime, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.
Drinking warm water before bed shrinks a swollen prostate overnight. Thousands of men are regaining control of their bladders every night as they sleep by adding one unusual ingredient to a glass of